outside Waterstones in Birmingham, where the rally's been held against the current cost of living crisis. There's been various speakers here, and we're going to speak to some members of the speakers now to find out their message and their viewpoint in regards to the impact of the cost of living crisis on the UK population.
My name is Ian Scott. I'm a delegate to the Birmingham Trade Union Council. I'm chair to the Keep Our National Health Public and also a member of the Trade Union Unite. We are here today at the cost of living rally. Now, we're not just talking about water, gas, electricity and food price increases. We also need to look at the privatisation of health, which will cost us a fortune should the health be privatised. So the costs are increasing all around us. Food, water, gas are in the hands of corporations, and once we get health in the hands of a corporation as well, it'll cost us very, very dear, believe you and me. So these arguments are all in conjunction with each other. You cannot divorce one argument from the other. Now, there is a further problem. The police bill, which is still going through Parliament, could make illegal any protests. So anti-war protests, anti-food price increase protests, water gas price increase protests, privatisation of health protests could all be made illegal fairly soon. So the dangers are there over our heads and with us today.
Hello, my name's Hope Ryan. I'm a political organiser. I'm with a group called Socialist Worker. And we're just here today protesting against cost of living because the Tories are putting up inflation is rising, the Tories putting up national insurance, taxes on the working class, whilst they're getting a pay rise coming up this year. And we want to say that the problems in society aren't from the people from below, but the people on the top. They're the ones making the billions. They made billions over the pandemic. Tories funded all their Tory mates, and now they're putting all the cost of that onto us.
I'm a steward for Unison in local government. I've attended this rally because we've got inflation running at 7.5%. We in Unison have just had a ballot because our pay has gone down 25% in the last 10 years. Unfortunately, our members didn't come out in large enough numbers to meet the government's restriction on turnout in a ballot, so we won't be taking action this year, but we certainly need to encourage by having demonstrations like this, by encouraging the rest of the working class of this country that we can't put up with a pay freeze and losing money like this. There's lots of people in worse situations than I am. I wouldn't say that I'm going to be making choices about whether to put food on the table, but some people clearly are, and I know of people who are in that situation. So we need to build the campaign, we need to have more demonstrations like this, and we need to get the message out so that we can actually come into conflict with this government over the policies they're pursuing.
Yeah, my name's Tokir, and I'm one of the organisers for COP Birmingham Festival. So I'm here today. I just wanted to be part of this really important rally today. The cost of living rally. A lot of people are suffering here, especially the people who are poor and people who are minorities as well. So it's important to show solidarity. And we had a reasonable turnout. Very windy, as you can see. I don't know whether you can see. It's quite windy on here. And they also had somebody who spoke about women as well. And a lot of women are also very much affected. And it's important to to have the solidarity, but also campaign and work together to improve the lives of the most vulnerable people in society.
Hi, I'm Rebecca. I run a social enterprise in Birmingham supporting women in the community. I have women that I work with who have to choose between feeding their children and getting to work and things like that. With the cost of living going up and up and up, it's pushing more and more women and families and people into poverty, into making choices that are extremely, extremely difficult. And this is even more awful when you think that the government are sitting there on millions of pounds throwing parties when people are in poverty. It makes all of us incredibly angry, and as a woman I really feel like more needs to be done to lobby the government to make sure that these people can have a quality of life and are able to access the opportunities that they deserve.
I'm live outside Waterstones where the cost of living rally has been held, where the public can be demanded support in regards to the inflation in relation to the cost of living impacting on food, energy prices, where they need more support and more concessions made to help them support them through the winter period whilst the prices increase. Naila Asmat, World News, Birmingham.